Hi everyone, I'm Aria Cortez.
And I'm Daphne Joe.
And this is It May Not Be Cool, But.
This is our web show where we talk about things that we like and that we enjoy, but in our experience weren't necessarily considered cool.
And at this show, it's not about being cool. It's about being you. So we hope you enjoy.
So today's episode we're going to be talking about books. And there's levels to being a book fan. There's people who don't really read books that much, and not judging you here, no judgment. But then there's also people who read a little bit more, who casual fans, pick up a book now and then there's book nerds. And that's what we're going to be talking about here today.
Because when you're a book nerd, there's certain things that you do, or certain ways to tell you're a book nerd. So that's what we're going to be talking about right now, is the 4 signs that you're a book nerd.
Or this is just some of the signs. There are others.
There are definitely a lot more than 4.
There's probably like 24, but we're going to be talking about 4.
So the first sign to being a book nerd is if you've maxed out your library card at any point. Now, I don't know how library cards work in other states, but in New York, I'm pretty sure to max out your library card, you have to check out 30 books at once.
Oh, it's 30?
I'm pretty sure it's 30. And honestly, I think I did this back when I was little. I think my parents did this, maxed out my library card so that I'd have a whole bunch of books to read. So really, this wasn't like a me thing, but you can see where my book nerd tendencies came from. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Shout out.
And the second sign of being a book nerd is if you have, actually, there's 2 sides to this. If you have a special bookmark, or if you use literally anything as a bookmark. There's 2 different people. I have a special bookmark.
Guess which one I am. Okay, so let's go into this. I've used my cat as a bookmark before.
She has.
It
was so funny.
I've actually done this in 2 different ways. I've used her as a cat, like just sat her on the book.
That didn't last very long.
And then, no, that one lasted longer than when she had a paw out and I just stuck the book under it. That one she didn't like.
I'm gonna move this now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So I've done that. I've used clothing. Like I was in my room and I used a sock, I'm pretty sure. I've used headphones. I'm like, where are my headphones? And I'm like,
oh,
I was reading last night. I should probably check. I'm like, yep, there it is. I've used other books.
That really defeats the purpose.
I've used other books. And yeah, I think those are my 3 worst offenses. But I'm not a special bookmark person because whenever I use a bookmark, it doesn't end well for the bookmark. So I don't like using bookmarks because I just destroy them somehow. I don't know how this happens. It just does. And I apologize to any bookmarks I've hurt in the process. Like, it wasn't you, it was me.
Now, me, on the other hand, I have a special bookmark, and this is the thing. I've had special bookmarks along my reading life, along my book nerd life. I've had bookmarks, but then something happens and I lose them, or they rip, or they break, and then I get really upset about it, and I'm like, man, this is my favorite bookmark. I only had one. This is my favorite bookmark. Now what am I going to do? And then I find some other one, and then I'm like, alright, this one's my favorite one now. Puts it in, uses it for about a year. I think they last about a year. No, I've had them for longer sometimes. So, and then what I do, this is like insider tip here, is I'll have a bookmark that's different on one side, and then it's different on the other side, and then I designate one of the sides as showing which page I'm on. So
extra.
So like one time I had this.
What am I going to do with a sock? How am I going to do that?
Well, that's why you need a regular bookmark. So like I have this one. I think this is one I have now. It's black on one side and white on the other side. So the black side is the page I'm on, and then the white side is just the other page that I need to read or have read or whatever. So that's how I always know which page I'm on. And there's a system to this. You need to have a system.
You want to know why I don't do that? Besides the fact that I just have never thought of that. Well, I have, but once again, can't do that with a sock. But my thing, I read a lot at night. So I don't care what side I'm on because sometimes I forget what I just read like right before I went to bed. So then I have a built-in recap. So I just read the last page.
Everything again.
No, just the last page. Because if I'm on this side, then I just reread that side, and it's all good. Okay. 3rd sign you're a book nerd is if you have any form of book merch. and this doesn't count as like.
Books.
Yeah, books don't count.
Books don't count
Like
as the bookmark.
like if you have like a special edition book, then that's like that. I guess that counts.
Yeah, that kind of counts.
But we meant more like.
Mockingjay necklace.
Well, yeah. Showing off.
Show up yours.
Oh yeah, I got some bling too. I have a time turner necklace. This is I actually broke mine because I
because she broke time.
See, everyone else breaks time, so why can't I break time? That's the closest I'm gonna get to being a YA character.
Oh my
So I broke time, and I'm proud to say that.
Also, Camp Half-Blood shirt from Percy Jackson.
Also, I'd like to point out I bought you both of those things. I just realized.
You did. I also have a Hunger Games shirt too, and a Harry Potter shirt. So you can tell the level of book nerd that's happening here.
And the last sign is if you've ever experienced a book hangover.
Now you have to know if you've experienced a book hangover. They're intense. They range in intensity, but they're intense. And this is what we mean by a book hangover. If you finish your book and you close it and just stare off into the distance, and you don't know what to do now.
And the sad music plays.
And you have no clue what to do now because either it ended on such a cliffhanger and you have to wait like 5 months for the next one, or some character unexpectedly something, or something happened.
I had a character literally fade from existence in a book.
Yeah, she was feeling that one for a while.
What do I even do now? Like, what? How am I supposed to just like go make myself a sandwich when insert character name here just faded from existence? Like, what? How?
And the reactions to the book hangover change too. Sometimes
You have anger.
right. Sometimes you're really mad at the character. Sometimes you're really sad. Sometimes you don't even want to pick up another book for a while because you're still reeling from this one. And it's like, I can't handle another book right now.
That happened to me once. I had a quite intense one where I think I read it in like September, I think it was, and I literally did not read a book for the rest of the year.
Wow.
I remember that distinctly. It was an intense book, and I was just like,
Or you do what I
no book
recently
ever
did.
compared.
Or you do what I recently did. And you're like, okay, when I finish this book, I'm going to move on to this next book, and then I'll get back to this series, right? But then it ends, and you're like, okay, where's the next one? Where's the next one? I need it right now, right now, right now. And then you start it, and you don't even, like, realize that you finished a book because you just started the next part, like, right after. I just did that, and there's literally no way to handle this, I promise you.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
So, what are your signs of being a book nerd? Or did you just discover that you are more of a book nerd than you thought you were?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know.
We're asking the real questions here. Let us know.
So, we can't talk about being book nerd and talk about books without having the debate. And the debate is ebook
Versus physical.
So, my sister, I used to be physical only. Only physical. I didn't even want to think about like an ebook because I liked physical books so much. But then my sister got me a Nook for my birthday a couple years ago, and
she turned her back on the physical world.
that's not true. I still read physical books, but there are some pros to ebooks. So
I don't believe you.
I'm gonna defend my stance. I'm gonna defend the little Nooks of the world and Kindles and all the other e-readers. So one thing about ebooks is that look at how small it is. And so you can put this in your bag, you can carry this around, and it's not as bulky as this.
Counterpoint.
This used to be me on vacation, bringing 1, 2, 3 books that I wasn't going to read. We talked about this last season, that I wasn't going to read, but now I can bring like 17 books that I'm not going to read, and it's lighter, and it's easier.
Counterpoint. Multiple books is good for you because then you're working out.
Oh my god.
You're working out because if you're a book nerd, you're just sitting on your couch most of the day just reading your books. So at least when you're going from A to B, you're getting some workout in there. You can do some reps with your bag. You're getting...
That's
See?
true.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. What you gonna do with this? Like, you ain't doing anything.
Okay. Now, the other thing about ebooks is that I found that they're cheaper. And so if you have like another year, I'm telling you, our family supports this book nerd life so much. My sister got me a gift card for Barnes & Noble a couple years ago for my birthday or for Christmas. I think it was for my birthday. And I literally milked it like for half the year, and I used it buying ebooks because they were cheaper. So now I have like 40 books on here that I'm not gonna read. And so, but they're cheaper and they're a lot easier because once you buy it, you have it. You don't have to wait for shipping, you don't have to pay shipping, and it's a lot easier.
Counterpoint, library. Free.
But you have to travel to the library. I can do this.
And when you travel, then you're exercising.
The other thing, the other thing about ebooks is that, like I said, you get it as soon as you buy it or as soon as you download it, because you can download ebooks from the library. So,
I'm aware.
because a couple months ago, I pre-ordered a book. So, as soon as the book came out, I had it. That morning, I had it, and I could immediately start it. I didn't have to wait for my book to come, you know, in the mail and wait until the mail comes at like 5 p.m. or whatever time, and then I'm in some other thing that I have to do or whatever. No, as soon as I want to read it, I have it. So, I think that's a good thing about ebooks.
That's decent. I'll give you that.
That's decent.
But counterpoint, you got a new book and you weren't able to just sniff the new book smell.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Like
That is-
what
that's-
smell do you got there?
Yeah, no, there's no
Like
smell
maybe
to
you could
this.
like light a candle and have a smell.
There
But you
are
don't
book
have-
scented candles.
There's yes. that
There are
is
book
true.
scented
You gotta
candles.
get yourself a book scented candle. That's the only way I will accept that.
Okay, I'll do that. Because yes, that is true.
I don't believe you.
The smell and feel of a book is a lot better than the smell and feel of this. There's not much smell or feel to this.
You're telling me you just don't wanna trust your book while you're reading?
So, what stance are you? Are you an ebook person?
Or are you a physical book person?
Let us know in the comments.
Okay, so now we're going to do a quiz, which is which fictional world would you dive in? Because if you're a Harry Potter fan, you sort your Hogwarts house. If you're a Divergent fan, you find out which faction you're in. You know, if you're a Hunger Games fan, you find out what district you would thrive in. So, we're using this game to see which fictional world in general would be good for us.
Because I think we all want to know. So, let's do the quiz. 1. Do you like surprises? Love them? Absolutely not. Depends on the surprise.
Depends.
Definitely depends for me.
What would you say is your best personality trait? I'm persistent. I could win in a fight, probably. I don't say no to a challenge. I know how to have a good time. I'm not afraid to take charge, or I love an adventure. I'll put adventure, actually.
I'll say persistent. Which classic show is your favorite? Let's see if we've seen all these. No, we haven't. That's So Raven. TRL. Who remembers TRL, guys? LOL.
It's back.
I know.
It's
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They're talking about the original. SpongeBob or Survivor?
SpongeBob. SpongeBob, I think, well, it is a classic, but
It
it's
is a
also
classic.
timeless. So
That's
it's
true.
okay.
Yeah.
SpongeBob. Which city would you love to live in? Buenos Aires, San Francisco, Paris, New York, Tokyo, or Mars? Is Mars necessarily a city? I mean,
Hey.
like in a couple years.
I'm gonna go with Tokyo.
You're I'm putting New York, you know.
Well, we already live in New York, so.
And I like it here.
Okay. What's one thing you couldn't live without? Family, friends, music, excitement, coffee, or Twitter?
Music.
Oh, I guess you could live without me if she has music. Okay. I'm gonna say family, even though music is a close second.
I'm sorry.
Close second.
I'm sorry. Literally, I was going off the choices off of you, so I just heard what I remembered. I didn't even remember that was a choice. I didn't even look down. I'll be honest.
Next question. Choose a gemstone. Obsidian, amethyst, turquoise, opal, jade, or ruby. I'm gonna go with amethyst.
I was gonna go with turquoise. Who is your favorite Who is your favorite Avenger? Oh, this is gonna divide people now. Okay, so we have Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Iron Man, Hulk, and Captain America.
This is hard. Can I choose like all of them?
Out of these, I think I'm gonna put Thor. I think I'm gonna go Thor.
I'm gonna go Captain America. Ooh. Now, who's your favorite villain? Bellatrix, Joker, President Snow, Catwoman? Yeah.
Yes.
And Darth Vader.
I'm gonna go Bellatrix. Even though technically she wasn't the villain of the whole series.
That's true.
But I'm gonna go Bellatrix.
I'm gonna go Joker.
That's the last one.
Okay. So now we are seeing what fictional world we would thrive in. I got magical. You'd persevere in a mysterious, fantastical world like in the Shadowhunter Chronicles.
Oh.
Cool.
I have
I'd
to
be a Shadowhunter. Awesome.
You
How
went
about
to Seraph Blade. I got Galactic.
Ooh.
You'd shine among the stars in a galaxy filled with adventure and mystery like the one in Carve the Mark. Okay, now I feel really embarrassed because I haven't read this book, so now I have to read this.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. It's probably really good.
So now I have to read this, so that's great.
So look for the update on that one.
I will find out if I actually would thrive in there. That's to be determined.
So, what world do you think you would live in? Do you think you would live in a world that we got or something else? Let us know.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you liked it, and we hope you related to some of this stuff. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and make sure to comment below, and make sure to subscribe to our channel because we post videos frequently. So when we post, you'll be the first person to see it, especially if you hit the little notification bell.
We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, so we'll have the links after this. Make sure to follow us on those as well. That would be greatly appreciated. And you can also follow our individual social media accounts because I am a pop and country singer and I have my own Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so you can follow that. And also while you're on YouTube, you can go to my YouTube channel and you can see the music video for my latest single in real time, as well as all my other videos on there. So if you support that as well, that'd be greatly appreciated.
And I'm a rock singer, and while you're on YouTube, you can go over to my channel. That will be listed right after, and you can see the music video for my single Magnifying Glass. And I'm hoping to have a lot more new music soon, so that will all be there. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to learn more about me and see all my updates on my music and how it's going along, and that would be greatly appreciated.
At the end of every show, we like to end with a quote, so that will be right after this. Thank you guys for watching again. We hope you enjoyed it, and until our next episode, bye!